Good morning, RhinoCats. Welcome back to Geometry Wednesday, that time of the week where we study shapes. This Wednesday, we're going to do something super fun and different, and we are going to go on a scavenger hunt in or around our house. So your challenge today is going to be to find as many shapes as possible. Those shapes can be two-dimensional shapes, like our flat shapes, like squares, triangles, circles, trapezoids, hexagons, rectangles, or they can be three-dimensional shapes, like shapes that have depth, like our cubes or spheres or rectangular prisms, cylinders. So really fun challenge. What I'm going to ask you to do is, if you have a piece of paper and a writing utensil, if you will record your shapes so you can draw them and label what kind of shape they are, and see what you find the most of and see what you find the least of. I thought it was really interesting seeing the different shapes I could find in and around my house. And I was a little surprised as to what I found the most of and what I found the least of. So as you can see behind me, I went ahead, and before I did my scavenger hunt, which I encourage you to do, I went ahead and wrote down some two-dimensional shapes, some three-dimensional shapes that I could be on the lookout for around my house. So I found lots of circles, like in my tabletops. I have some circular tabletops, plates that I eat food off of, my dog bowl. So my dog's food and water bowl are in the shape of circles. I have some circular mirrors around my house. So a lot of circles, not a lot of triangles. I really couldn't find any. I found one triangle pattern on a vase that I had in my kitchen. So that one was a little tricky. Squares, I was a little surprised too. I didn't find a lot of squares. I have a square coffee table that has a square tabletop, so I included that. Rectangles, I found a ton of rectangles in my house. So paintings, photos in the shapes of rectangles, all my doors, windows, some books. And then finally, I found a lot of 3D shapes as well. So I found some tissue boxes that were in the shape of cubes. I found a soccer ball in my backyard that is in the shape of a sphere. It also has on it, although I didn't draw it very well, but hexagons and pentagons also make up a soccer ball. So I could have included that with my flat shapes. Or my two-dimensional shapes. And then finally, bricks. My house is made up of bricks, which are rectangular prisms, and a lot of canned food like soups or beans, or even some canned dog food that are in the shape of cylinders. I could have included a lot more. I think I did at least 14 shapes. Your challenge is to find at least 10. Once again, they can be two-dimensional or three-dimensional, but have fun with it, you guys. See what you can come up with in and around your house. Record your shapes, draw them out, and see, what do you find the most of? What do you find the least of? Good luck, RhinoCats.